Alrighty, my friends, it is Monday, May the 12th, and no, agreeing with the Catholic Church and the Episcopal Church was not on my 2025 bingo card, but I'll take it. I'm so glad to see you saying it. I'm so glad to see these ladies saying the things. Like, hey, how come these agents aren't behaving anything like actual employees that have been trained? It's almost like they're a bunch of angry dudes just acting out on the fantasy of finally being able to be violent with strangers, to attack teenagers and push them into the asphalt. It's almost like they've been waiting to do this. They're being so cruel. It's like they're acting out their fantasies. I'm like, yes, good, excellent. Continue putting together those dots because what you see is exactly what's happening. And I would laugh, but it's not funny. What you can do, though, is pull their fucking masks off. What you can do is stand up to them. Like I said, there's a reason 30 of them have to show up for one teenage girl at a time. It's because they're Florida forest boys. Okay, they're iron sharpens irons. They're released J6ers and deputized you-know-what keepers, and they're running around in camo shorts, playing cop and having a good time, destroying families and watching children cry. And you can stop it. All you gotta do is stand up to them. Talking about y'all. Give them the bad optics. They're not going to do anything to you. They're not going to do anything to you. If you need any more proof that they're not going to do anything to you, look at the fact that they are literally importing, as far as we know, nothing but South African criminals, because none of them are vetted, and it doesn't matter because this doesn't count as crime. I don't know what they're calling it, but it's not crime. It's only crime when it's us existing. So y'all can make use of this before they do start trying to reinterpret the word invasion as rebellion, because that's what they're trying to do. Now, I don't think they'll be able to do it, but we've seen crazier things these days. So be prepared. The language is intentional, okay? Them trying to liken the word foreign invasion to domestic rebellion is them trying to take away the core soul of what this country is about, which is rising up against government that's overreaching. That's supposed to be our whole brand. And the current illegitimate criminal overreaching government is trying to use fear of people rising up as an excuse to militarize against the citizens, which again is going against the core of what this country is about. Now, do I doubt that Congress or SCOTUS would back them up on this if pushed? No, they would absolutely. That's why I say they shouldn't. They technically don't have the backing, and technically that would be the most unconstitutional thing ever, but it hasn't stopped them yet. So depending on things being unconstitutional, being the thing that holds these people back, is not something we have the ability to do. So we are matching energy, darling, because currently these people are not only monitoring the borders and taking photos of the people who are leaving, so they can just track and make sure. But they are also now detaining people who are trying to self-deport, people who are leaving, and they're snapping them up at the border and detaining them as they're leaving. Okay, it's not about immigrants. It's not about criminals. It's all about money. It's all about cruelty. It's all about ripping apart the families. It's all about acting out these fantasies against women and persons of color while rolling out the red carpet for whites. I just said on a piece, I don't know if I posted it yet, or maybe I'll leave it in the drafts, but these people who just spent the weekend defending Prophet Sundown Stinky Pants and his generosity and his magnanimousness, and he's donating his salary and he's not benefiting personally at all from this, which is bullshit and bunk. I don't know where they think the money for all that merch is going, but at the same time, here's my luxury plane that I'm being gifted and keeping personally after this. Yeah. Oh, you guys are mad about that? It's a gift to the military that I'm just going to keep later. They pissed off two popes, and now the Episcopal Church and the other churches need to follow suit, with Nosferatu Miller over here redefining what a refugee is and lowering the bar. And saying it out loud. Oh, yeah, this is what the program is for. So in his mind, in their minds, the program is for slightly inconvenienced white people. That's it. Their idea of a refugee, their idea of suffering is being slightly inconvenienced, is not being first preference for everything, is not being the majority person holding land or positions of leadership or whatever. That is what they're calling persecution. If they're not in charge, they're being persecuted. Brown people being taken out in an actual war-torn country, that's not a refugee. That doesn't matter. Suffering children doesn't matter. You know what matters? White people with slightly hurt feelings because there's no longer a caste system that they can lean on for superiority. Okay, they're just re-emphasizing how weak sauce they are. And hey, rest of America, pay attention, because that's your future. It's going to be a whole bunch of them, whole bunch of whiners and freeloaders talking about how come I have to work to support my own family? Just because I had 20 kids doesn't mean I should have to work to report them. That makes me a slave if I have to support my own children. That's Miller talk. That's some Miller talk. So that's going to be the rest of them. Whole bunch of dudes putting their wives and children to work because it's white male slavery if they have to support their own family. That's next, ladies and children. It's coming for you. Ooh. Speaking of karma coming around for people, I did briefly see the story. I forgot what state it was in, but y'all have been pointing it out, of the, the two sheets that turned up, the people who like to wear their bed sheet laundry out in public, the all white gear. And apparently 2 of those sheets were found somewhere or something. And, I just have to say they probably did it to themselves. They probably did it to themselves. I don't know the details, but they, I'm sure, did it to themselves. The same way we do it to ourselves when we're found dingling-dangling from things, looking like we got jumped by a group of people, and we're told that we did it to ourselves. I'm sure they did it to themselves. That's all I got to say about that. But something else I did want to say, though, is anyone else, what are they doing with Florida? Like, they're destroying Florida on purpose. Okay, they're my brain is trying to, it's wrapping around some things, and I'm assuming that they want everyone to leave just so they can buy it all up for themselves or something, the tech bros, because they look, the tidal wave, there's already nobody working there. They're just like, get ready, the new norm. We're just breaking into houses. We're breaking into anyone's house. This is the new norm, Florida. Like, they're all so pleased that they're terrorizing people. Folks are literally trapped, and it's not even the folks they're talking about. You got white folks can't sell their house, can't get out of their house, can't get insurance. You got the next round of natural disasters coming in, and there's no FEMA for any of these people. They're going after the workforce. They're going after the quality of living. They're lowering the quality of schools. Tourism is dead. And that's not just there. That's in multiple places where tourism is going way, way down, because who the fuck wants to come here right now? The government is literally threatening the people that are supposed to be tourists, giving us money. They're like, no, don't come here. If you come here, spend money, but then get the fuck out. Like... I just want you to realize that this is the whites only heaven. The thing they're trying to build here is their version of heaven. I just want you to remember that this is what they're trying to sell you when they're like, you need to be saved and we're worried about your soul. This mess right here is their fucking heaven. Do you understand? Do you understand me? This is their idea of heaven. All right. This cruelty for the sake of cruelty. Let's deport indigenous persons of this land and make it whites only for the settlers. And then let's bring in white settlers from all around the world. They're basically doing what happens in Ice Cream Land, right? Because the people there, you become Izzy through a court process. They don't do genetic testing. You apply. So it's going to be the same thing here. You're going to become an American via approval, and they're only going to approve white people. Everyone else will just stay an immigrant. They're doing the same thing. They tested it over there. They're doing it here now, and it's going to be all the free health care and free, all that stuff is going to happen once they get rid of all of us and they get their large size ice cream version. That's what they're doing. That's my rabbit hole for the day anyway, but it's not funny. It's not funny. Look, you got to grab the wheel, honey. You got to grab the wheel. Otherwise, yeah, go over the cliff and see if you can make it out of the wreckage, but that's a big if. You're better off trying to grab the wheel.